Cursed by the gold gods in Bethany, we are four souls destined to review the 1001 movies,
albums,
foods, songs,
and TV shows you must consume before you die. Until then, we are the Immortals. Welcome back to a bonus episode of The Immortals. My name is Austin.
I'm Sarah.
I'm Pedro, and this is for me.
That's true.
Yeah.
As we are having a little bonus episode between episodes 130 and 131, we just wanted to kind of catch up with Pedro, because you were gone for 2 weeks during your banishment.
Yes.
Did you... We were hoping you just go to the corner of your room and really contemplate your actions. Did you
Think about
do
your
that?
choices.
No.
Where'd you go?
I went to Scotland.
Doesn't seem like a punishment.
Edinburgh. No, I drank a lot of whiskey.
That sounds awesome.
Well, as long as you just stayed in Scotland, I'm probably fine.
No, then I took the train to London.
Oh.
I was there for 5 nights.
Well, I mean, that whole thing is
And then you gotta take, the Channel to get to Paris.
Okay.
Spent a good 6 nights there.
So this is where
And then I came home.
the best thing we could have done was to give you a break from the show.
Yes?
So,
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Yes. More of those.
So,
In Europe.
Pedro, you went to some of the most beautiful countries on the planet, some of the most exquisite cities on the planet, full of culture and brilliance and artifacts that just date back so far, castles. What was the greatest thing you saw during this trip?
Well, probably the highlight of the 2 weeks I spent
Eiffel Tower?
in Europe. No.
Tower of London?
The Eiffel Tower was kind of lame, actually.
Okay.
Tower of London was alright. No, by far, I think by far, it was Jim Steinman's Bat Out of Hell, the musical, at the Dominion Theater.
So,
It was great.
I mean, obviously, here I'm setting you up. I knew you went on these countries and such.
Mm.
I've talked to you many times about your trip.
Yes.
And I've really tried to see if this was a bit or not. But separately, you and your girlfriend told me your favorite part of the trip was seeing Bat Out of Hell,
the musical.
Of course, we
Important.
reviewed Bat Out of Hell,
We
the
did.
album.
Yes.
Which
I love.
lost your mind.
I love that album. Do we have? Well, I guess Lee's out. She's our keeper of records. But what did I? Do you know what I rated Bat
It was
Out of
definitely
Hell?
a 5.
It was something
Yeah,
up there.
it
I
was
didn't catch it
definitely a
the
5.
first time around, but hearing you guys talk about it, I had to, and I did.
It's very
And I
important.
loved it.
It's very
So
important.
we're hoping to catch part of. You want to catch multiple parts of the U.S. tour of this show.
Yes, I want to see it more than once when it comes to the States because hell yeah.
So, I guess without spoilers, are there spoilers?
Well,
what
okay,
is
the
show?
songs are kind of about love. They're kind of love songs, right? Basically, dystopian future, star-crossed lovers, forbidden love, that sort of thing. All set to the songs of Meatloaf. And it's not just the first album. It takes songs out of Bat Out of Hell 1, 2, 3, and even some other Meatloaf albums that aren't Bat Out of Hell. And it's great. It's fucking wonderful. The songs are wonderful. The people playing the songs are wonderful. The story is wonderful.
Is the story wonderful? It's okay if the story's not wonderful.
No, the story is fucking great. Because it's a story that we've all heard before.
But with Meatloaf.
Exactly. And the stage was real crazy. They had, motorcycles going across the stage. They had a puddle. An actual, little pool of water. They had a second story that they built into a building to be someone's room. Off to the side. And then when people weren't in there, it doubled as a screen. Because the camera would follow around and get, other shots of the stage. So you could see that happening on a screen while the stage was happening in front of you. It was a lot of cool, a lot of fun. Very loud. Fire, flame.
It sounds crazy.
It was awesome. And the other stuff was cool, too.
Because you asked for theater recommendations, and you had Ian McKellen doing King Lear.
I mean, I could have gone see Shakespeare in London with Sir Ian.
Sure.
But then... or... Bat Out of Hell, the musical. I'm glad I picked that.
I am, too, because, it would have, been a bummer if it sucked. But the fact that it was, the highlight of your trip, and a major part of how you're planning the next, 4 or 5 months of your life is to go to different... It's not coming to Chicago.
No.
You want to go to different cities.
I'll go to Detroit. Never been.
I think we're going to try to go with you.
Cool. And then it's fucking hitting Indianapolis on my birthday month. Why the hell not?
Damn.
Birthday month.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
All right.
February.
Yeah.
I know when.
The listeners might not.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, now we do.
And plus, if
No.
Lee's still in Indy and she doesn't make it to Detroit, we can watch it in Indy if she so feels like it.
Sure.
For all you listeners who hail from Indianapolis, it will be playing at the Morale.
You wanna get together?
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I'm just trying to plug this musical.
Cool.
I want more.
Tell them to sponsor our show.
Hey, Bad the musical. Please
Yes.
give us money.
We just said it was better than Paris.
Well, I mean, I've been to Paris before. The Eiffel Tower has gotten kind of stupid. The catacombs were closed for renovation.
Oh, that's good.
My mom thinks that maybe they're just topping it off or something. I don't know.
Anywho, you were gone for 2 episodes, episodes 128, 129. During those times, we discussed some movies.
Yep.
Pretty much against your will, I've made you now watch these films.
Good.
Yeah, I mean, I signed up for the podcast.
That's true.
I figured I'd have to eventually.
So let's start with the first one. On episode 128, we, without you, reviewed the 1978 Steve Martin comedy, The Jerk.
Oh.
Big hit, launched his cinematic career. Very
Really?
silly movie. Oh yeah, this is huge
Did not know.
movie.
I mean, it seemed like a huge movie. I thought it was like they cast him specifically because he was the comedic star.
Oh, I mean, it was developed with him. I mean, he still at that point had done, some really big SNL performances. He's been huge in the stand-up thing, but this was him working with Carl Reiner to make this movie.
Okay.
We discussed it at length, but I want to hear your thoughts on The Jerk. You think it's funny?
Ish. Like I could appreciate the scale of it and what it was, but I think it was just different time, so it didn't it's not like Adam Sandler for me or whatever our age version of big comedy name.
Honestly, Adam Sandler.
It's a pretty good. It kind of is like the
Adam
Happy
Sandler,
Gilmore
in
of
the
late 70s.
before he became terrible, like the Happy Gilmore,
exactly.
wedding singer,
Yep.
Billy Madison age. Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Did you laugh throughout?
No, not really. I mean, there were some bits that were kind of funny, I guess, or cute. The glasses, that whole thing was
It's very
just
good.
the fact that that's what he invented. And that's the fix.
I was born a poor black child.
Okay, yeah, that was kind of. I'm
It's
like, what do you
real good.
mean?
You think it's going to be really offensive, and then it's only mostly offensive.
We were at a mutual friend of ours was hosting a double feature, and at one point during the one movie, someone was shooting up a gas station, and someone in the room just kind of screamed, "He really hates those cans." And I turned to you and said, "Pedro, you're going to get that in a few months."
I don't remember that. I really wish I did.
Yeah, it was during Highway to Hell.
See, that was kind of funny because it's just
It's great.
slapstick. Someone really hates cans, and there are cans everywhere.
Yeah.
That's cool. But, I didn't dislike it. I wasn't like, wow, this movie sucks. It was alright, I guess. I don't know. It just kind of missed the mark.
Totally
A
fair.
little bit.
What would you give it hinge-wise?
3.5, maybe. It was alright. Steve was not bad. I mean, a little, moronical? I don't know.
I mean,
he's not a
He's
person.
the jerk.
Yeah, exactly.
He can't exist in reality.
And that kind of it's almost a bit too much, where it makes the movie now not unbelievable, but you know what I mean. It just kind of
Right.
It turns me off a little bit. So I'm like, that's just not. You could have done a more real version of this,
Sure.
Fair.
a believable. This person grew up in the boonies, doesn't know what the world's like.
Right.
Which we're seeing kind of more of now. There are
Mhm.
like Zach Galifianakis' character in The Hangover is a heightened
Yeah,
character,
that
but
makes
still
sense.
but you're this is why he is that way.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
That's a good parallel.
We don't have as many this is impossible to know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But no transition. Next thing we reviewed, episode 129, was a Western made by
Wait,
William.
should we do the song from the same episode?
Wanna do that?
Yeah,
Sure.
let's do that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The song from episode 128 that we did not cover without you. So this would be all the time.
Oh, you didn't cover
We did not cover it.
Oh.
Okay.
Do you not know this?
Missed you. No, I'm
You
saying.
were
I'm telling.
there.
I saw it on the
I'm telling
Word
him.
Doc.
I'm like, hey, you should.
Yeah, I just kinda kept it.
because we care about you.
Ah,
Yeah.
thank you.
So yeah, we did not review this song, so I guess we'll do that right now. This is Wide Open Road by the Triffids, and I mean, this is your segment, man. Take it away.
I'm not gonna Google that stuff. Wide Open Road is a song by the Triffids. It came out in a year. It has people in it.
Mm-hmm.
There's a video
Sure.
with roads and cars.
Narrow?
And actually the street's kind of narrow. But it's in a very open area. It's like out in the desert.
Good for it.
Yeah, exactly. It's okay. It's fine. I thought I was really gonna like it while I was listening to it.
I thought it to be rather lame. And it just really was one of those things where, like, they're British sad boys. And their music video was close-ups of the side of their face being
They're
British sad boys.
Australian Austin. Okay.
Which makes sense, because it's
formerly
all
British
pictures,
sad boys.
it's all pictures of, like, the Australian, but...
That makes sense. 1986 was the song.
They have haircuts that are a lot like my haircut.
I just assumed because
Folk rock.
we reviewed a
Wow.
miniseries called The Day of the Triffids. I assumed Triffids were a locally British thing.
Well, no, I think this is like I was saying to you before the podcast. Like, there's a 30 Rock episode about Leap Day celebrations in which Liz Lemon is like, why is everybody celebrating Leap Day? I've never known that this was a thing. I feel like a crazy person. I feel like Triffids are that way. Apparently, like, half of the English-speaking world knows that there are, like, walking weird plant aliens that we should name our bands after and, like, make TV shows about. And I'm like, I don't think this is real. I think this is
only
Bizarro.
from that one book.
Well, yeah, but then there's, like, a TV show, and now there's a band? I'm just saying.
Is it just plants, though? Or is it specifically alien
I don't
plants?
know, because this is weird.
Well, let's have a look. Let's see what we can find out
So we
about
find out
the
the
Triffids.
Triffids.
But yeah, Australian band. They were based in London, but then they were out of money, so then they
Yeah, they're just alien plants.
did
Yeah.
stuff.
Okay.
I mean, it's a cool sounding name if you know what the Triffids are.
It's true.
A perfectly fine song.
It's
That's it. Like, that's all it is.
That's really it.
I'm not doing editing for this. Hinges.
Oh yeah,
I might actually screw up.
I don't know, 3.7.
Yeah.
I guess
3.6.
3.
Beautiful.
Wonderful.
Then episode 129, we reviewed the Western, directed by William A. Wellman, entitled The Oxbow Incident.
Oxbow? I thought it was Oxbow.
Could be either.
They were
Probably
just-
Bo.
Just being a little fancy at the
I think
moment.
probably Bo is what it is, though.
So yeah, I mean, this is a story about some...
Henry Fonda, there we go. I was trying to remember his name
Yeah.
for like ever during the thing that we recorded earlier. Sorry.
So, I mean, at this point, we had seen... No, we have not seen the Henry Fonda
Not
Western on this podcast. Several on the Stake 5. So if we haven't seen any, like, Henry Fonda Western on the podcast, is your only reference for a Henry Fonda Western
Yes.
Once Upon a Time in the West?
Yes.
Which is crazy, since that's the contrast, where he always plays a good guy in Westerns, except for that movie, where he's the villain.
The villain, always in black. Child murderer.
So what did you think about this? It's a morality tale of a town, all deputized to go after these
But
killers.
they're not. They're illegally deputized.
Correct.
So they're not actually deputies.
But like it is, it's a story about capital punishment. What did you think of?
I actually really liked it.
Yeah.
Henry Fonda was great. And he wasn't, it's okay because he wasn't a hero in this movie. He wasn't like, man's gonna save everybody. He had morals, and he stood on those. But he also was like, a drunk, gets in fights, that sort of thing. Like, he was not like John Wayne kind of thing.
Sure.
And I was expecting that when I saw that it was going to be with him. So it's kind of nice that it wasn't quite jarring. But it's very easy to watch. The length is perfect. It's only 75 minutes long, I think. Actually, on the nose, pretty sure. He's great in it. The premise, very simple as well. Easy to follow. We think someone got killed. Cattle stolen. Let's form a posse. Let's go find them. Hell, look, those are definitely them, because who else could it be? Campers in a desert in the West. Mob justice. Spoilers. They hang them. Kill them. separate because they shot him after hanging him.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be sure.
Yeah, oh yeah. Because, damn that justice. Yeah, and then they find out they were all innocent.
Awkward.
That's it. That's the whole movie.
Yep.
But it's like, it's very well paced. It's very well told. It's not like super like, oh my god, this is bad, guys. You shouldn't do this. It's just, it kind of like, take your own side. I mean, we're all pretty sure what's gonna happen. It's not like super surprising. So all in all, I think it was just a great little 75-minute old Western thing. Nothing too racist. Nothing too, as can happen with
Didn't
50s
screw
Westerns.
up in any of like the major ways Westerns screw up.
Yeah. So yeah, all in all, I think it was just a fine film.
Cool.
Yeah.
What would you give it hinge-wise?
Hinge-wise, I'd give this I think a 4. It can sit good on a 4.
Sure, yeah.
4 hinges.
Yeah, that's probably what we gave it to.
Yeah.
So in episode 129, then we had a song we did not cover called
Shit, I gotta do the thing again. Do. We are doing.
Do not sidetrack him. Do not.
Yes. We did Dancing in the Street by Martha Reeves and the Vandellas. Dancing in the Street is a song written by Marvin Gaye. I just found out. Right?
Yeah.
Performed by Martha and the Vandellas. Came out in... Well, it says... Okay, Wikipedia says it first became popular in 1964. Not really sure what that means, because it's also saying that was when it was released.
Yeah, that's the Martha and Vandellas version. It's covered like a billion times.
Like, I've heard the David Bowie version.
Gotcha. Okay, but this was the first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And still, like, maybe the best.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely the most famous, but...
Yeah.
I had heard some of those lyrics before, I realized. While they were going on, I was like, oh, I feel like I've heard some of these before.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't quite recognize the song itself. Is it tonally different?
The reason that the song is famous is because it became a major protest song of the late civil rights movement. So it was like banned from a bunch of radio stations because they were like, oh, it's inciting riots or bullshit.
No,
and
we have to go back.
Famous song.
Pedro only recognized lyrics, not the song itself.
I know, that's a little bit weird,
That's
right?
super weird.
That's like mirror Pedro.
That's what happened.
It's true. That's a good point.
You can't really tell which one's the evil Pedro because they both have beards.
Yeah, it's true.
It's the one where the mustache is gone.
Okay.
Oh, that's fair.
Wait,
There's
he
a
says
little
that.
triangle, right?
But then again, that's
He would
what
say that.
evil Pedro would say.
That is true.
Audio podcast. Yeah, it's great. Like it's a really like awesome song that like it's catchy, it's clever, it's tightly made. It's awesome song.
Originally inspired by people playing in fire hydrants, broken fire hydrants during the Detroit heat wave. It looked like they were dancing in the street, like playing in the fire hydrants, which is super cool.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, good stuff.
I was a fan. I did like it. I liked it much more than the Triffids.
Yeah, for
We'll
sure.
listen to that song.
Wide Open Road.
Nice.
There we go. They're loosely connected. Roads, streets, similar. It's the only reason I remembered.
I know.
Sure.
Yep.
Same
We'll go with
podcast happened 5 minutes ago.
I mean, not gonna lie, I completely
We'll
forgot
go with it.
Wide Open Road because I listened to the song after,
Mm-hmm.
and it's so much better.
It's so much better.
Basically erased everything that was in my head.
Yeah.
Of Wide Open Road. Yeah, no, I mean, it's a lot of fun to listen to. Singer's really great. Song's really good. I don't really know what else to say. Oh, they have a Mamas and Papas version?
Oh, there's like
They
a
cover that.
That's the thing, because it became a protest song, like, everyone covered this
Van
song.
Halen, David Bowie, Grateful Dead.
Everyone covered this song.
Arkansas? I don't know who they are. Yeah,
They're from Louisiana.
That's a lot. Myra? Who's Myra?
I don't know.
Someone else who covered. Disney
Well,
film Recess School's Out? Huh.
Oh. Weirdly, I had a memory of seeing this in some sort of children's something, and I think that actually sort of horrifically might be what it is. Is the feature-length TV movie with the Recess Kids. And now I'll go hide in shame.
It is weird when like protest songs become just like popular entertainment. Like, this is a protest song that became in recess schools out. Like,
well, and it's interesting because like it didn't start as a protest song, and then it becomes a protest song. Like, so it starts as just like a cool Motown song, and then it becomes a protest song because it works so well for like a mass protest of like dancing in the street. And then it becomes this huge thing, and radio stations start banning it, and that's the character it takes on. So it's an interesting one.
Because like,
I'm glad that makes sense, because I was like, is it a protest song? I don't really
know.
But it wasn't made
like
as a...
It's a protest song like for the event that is being at a protest. Like, you play this, everyone starts dancing, and it's awesome.
The first time I heard the song War, What Is It Good For? Was definitely in Rush Hour.
Oh, yeah.
Man, there's just a lot to say about that. Someone should write a song about it.
I mean, that's a great film. It better be on the list.
What?
It's not on the list, man.
Dude, that film does not age well.
Really?
No.
Oh, I used to love Rush Hour.
Buddy.
It was on TNT like every other day.
That's true. I watched that and Rush Hour 2 a lot as a kid.
So did I. I thought they were hilarious. Unsurprisingly, the movie that plays on a combination of black stereotypes and Asian kung fu stereotypes doesn't age well.
But it was written and directed by Brett Ratner. You know, the notorious rapist in Hollywood.
Who? I feel like we should be done with this podcast and move on with our lives.
Oh, the whole show?
Yeah, I'm done now.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, we can be done with this. Song rate 4.4 henges.
Yeah, 4.5.
4.3.
Cool. All right, so that's the end of our bonus episode. Just a very simple catch up. Mostly I just want to hear more about Bat Out of Hell because I'm just fascinated by Pedro's unabashed enthusiasm for this.
Bat Out of Hell gets 5 henges.
That
The
feels
musical?
amazing.
Yes.
We do not have a list of 1,000 musicals you must hear before you die. Because
Well.
if we did, it would be on the podcast. And we would make you all listen to them.
Yup.
Yeah. So, anywho, this was our bonus episode. Just doing a simple catch up, mostly because we just need some behind the scenes working because next week, episode 131, we are going to have a new co-host.
Woohoo!
First time in our run.
What the hell happened? You guys sent me away and then everything just kind of like...
You were in 130.
Oh.
Yeah, it's actually not that interesting.
Shit. Okay. I forgot. I could have sworn I was missing 3 episodes, and then I wasn't going to say anything and just do the 2.
Wow.
You forgot that you were in Lee's final episode?
Okay.
No.
We're all doing great.
It all clicks.
All right, we're done now. Can this be done?
Yeah, it can be done.
No, so next week, come back. You will meet our new co-host. We are very, very excited to have them. We won't say who they are yet. But we'll tell you what we're going to cover, because we didn't do that last time. Next week, we'll be doing the 264th entry of all those lists. So the film next week will be Fellini's La Strada.
The album will be Roxy Music by Roxy Music.
The song will be Hey Jude by the Beatles.
And the TV show will be Fantasy Island. So come back next week for review all those things, plus the introduction of our new co-host.
Yep.
Until then, you know what to do. iTunes, Twitter,
Yeah.
archimore.com. You get it. So yeah, catch you all next week. I'm Austin.
I'm Sarah.
I'm Pedro.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
I remember everything!
I remember every little thing as if it happened only yesterday.
Like a bat out of hell, I'll be gone in a